I'm gaslighting you, man.
I'm so tired.
It was recording all along.
Oh no.
You're hysterical. Lie down. Here, have a drink.
Yeah.
What's in the juice box?
Yeah. Okay, so should we start with rules for the room and then just what everyone think would be useful and nice?
Yes, definitely. I mean, this is the same with everything, but start with check-in always, I think, personally. And I think setting a time limit for check-in as well would be helpful.
Yep.
Just because, I don't know, I know I like to chat shit, and I think we all like to chat shit, so I think that makes sense. Like, today it took about, like, half an hour, I'd say, for us to sort of, like, check in and then, like, just chat through thoughts and processes. I don't know if you guys think that's too long or like
I think half hour is good. I think that setting a maximum of 30 minutes is good because it can always take less time.
Yeah.
But I think saying like 30 max is nice.
Yeah.
And then if we're doing check-ins, sometimes like I think that it's nice to have a goal of a checkout, even if it's just like a 5-minute at the end being like, we're all on the same page or something like that.
Yes, agreed, definitely. Because today was like a 3-hour rehearsal, so I feel like a half an hour, 30 minutes max check-in was okay. But if we're only doing like an hour or 2 hours, that could always be shortened to like 15 minutes, 20 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Depending on what we see fit.
I'd probably bring it down to like 20 at a baseline. But yeah, but again, for a longer day, maybe if we're going like a full day, you could probably take some time to just ease into it. I think that's valid. Yeah.
My other question would be in terms of like breaks and stuff like that, what's like the best way to make sure that like we don't get like Zoom fatigue or whatever. Because I know that for practices we did kind of like for every 2 hours there's a 10-minute break. I don't know if that's good or if people like that or if there's something else that we want to do.
Yeah, I think if we normally would have 3 hours, then if we leave check-in for about 20 minutes, then dividing the rest of the time or maybe have a break after 1.5 hours, and then I think that would be useful. We did that today as well, I think, and I think I think we need that.
Yeah, that's going to happen very naturally, and I think 20 minutes. So in a 3-hour session, having a 20-minute break, sort of like halfway through. Does that sound all right?
Yeah, it could be even after an hour and a half. If we do, so it would be like a 20-minute check-in and then an hour and 10 minutes. So then and then another 20 minutes would then bring that up to 2 hours. Is that right, math? Did I do it right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there would be an hour left when we came back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Amanda, were there any other rules that are in your brain?
No, it I don't think it matters on this digital platform, but just maybe it's more like a way of working, but saying that nothing is wrong and it's okay to like I think one of the things that I took away from practices is that it could be nice to have the stimulus box or like have a document where all the good ideas could be stored, and then I think we should leave time to explore all of them. Like you don't have to ask for permission to try something.
We've been using Miro in Andy and Misha's SIP, and it's really fantastic. We have like a process exercise wish list section with just post-it notes, and we're in rehearsals when we've like been like, okay, what do we want to do? We go back to it and be like, oh yeah, we wanted to try doing that, and then you just pick that out and you're like, should we try that and that today? Like it's really great. We have a whole set of like, and then inspo and then things that we found, and there are whole lots of zones on it, and it's quite chaotic, but also is such a useful way to do that stimulus thing, but in a digital space. Really cool.
I think Google Docs is also really nice for that too, because then you get to have everything separated out into different folders, and then it is easy enough to be like, okay, so this is the stimulus folder over here, and here's all like pictures, or here's an exercise, or here's something like that, and then you can also like put that next to something else. And like, I'm a big fan of Google Docs when it comes to organization.
They're quite good, aren't they?
My performing research group had a Google Drive, and we always had one document on it that ran the whole way through a process that was just the idea dump page. And like, it doesn't matter what it is, if it's a YouTube video, if it's like, you know, a little bit of script or like free writing or whatever, you just toss it on there, and then whenever we get time we talk about it, or if we need something to go off of, we like pull up that thing, go through it, and find something to talk about.
Also, I think like the methodology we also wrote in practices, I think it made us work on the same vision.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be useful as well. Maybe we don't know how or what it looks like when it's online, but we can write it as we go, and maybe we can add something already. Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, like, I think that it would be like, I would say it, and I don't know how anyone else feels about this, but like treating that this little like Zoom box space is the same thing as like if we were in a rehearsal room, is what I would, that like, it's like you stay in your chair and you do the thing, or stay in the space and you do your thing.